Okay, but tell me, why is it that fae books are always a bit unhinged in the best way? Am I right? Like 1 minute you're getting glamored by a hot stranger with pointy ears, and then the next one you're magically bound into this seductive bet with a fae lord on a book tour. I mean, I'm not mad about it. Hey friends, welcome to Under the Covers. I'm Francesca, and today we are kicking off a week of Romanceopoly Spring Renaissance Fair book recommendations. This is our spring readathon event for our yearly reading challenge, but anyone can join. You don't have to be doing the yearly reading challenge with us in order to participate in this readathon, which is going on from June 23rd through June 29th of 2025. I'm going to leave a link to the video with all of the details for participating in this readathon. So if you want to join us, you're more than welcome to do it. And this week I will have recommendations for every single one of the prompts. Today we're diving into that first prompt, which is fairy legends. That is to read a paranormal or fantasy romance with a fae character. We're not gatekeeping recommendations here. I have a ton of fae recommendations over on the blog, so I'm also going to leave links to specific blog posts where you can get even more recommendations as well in the description box. So the first thing I wanted to tell you is that fae books come in so many different flavors, so I've got a little bit of everything here today. The first one is a cozy fantasy romance, and I absolutely love this book. I think everyone should be reading it, and it's a Rivalry of Hearts by Tassanja Odette. This is the first book in the Fae Flings and Corset Strings series, and it's about two rival authors. One of them is a human that writes Fae smut, and the other is a Fae who writes poetry. So they accidentally get roped into a magical bet while they are on book tour together, and the challenge is basically to seduce the most people during their joint book tour, and whoever seduces the most is going to end up the winner of the contract that is up for grabs during the tour. Very normal behavior, of course. The heroine in this one is hilarious, a little bit out of her depth, of course, and the Fae hero is kind of a smug jerk, but he's also really hot. The vibes for this one are kind of a Fae rom-com with some spice, and if you like kind of true rivals to lovers, a bit of an academic rivals feel just because of the book tour setting, lots of fun banter and some ridiculous Fae rules, then you're definitely gonna have fun with this one. The second one is for the fantasy romance readers, and that is Gild by Raven Kennedy. This is a King Midas reimagining, but make it darker and twistier. So the heroine is literally covered in gold, like her skin is gold, and she is basically kept like a trophy in this frozen mountain palace. She thinks that she's safe, but let's just say that Fae men and power don't really always mix well, and it's actually the start of a full series. Some people like the first book, and some people just have to get through the first book in order to continue on in the series. So I'm not sure where you're going to fall, but definitely the series is worth diving into and exploring, especially if you want something unique. It's got some slow burn romance, some palace politics, and a heroine that is slowly figuring out her worth and her power. The third book is a paranormal romance, because you know me, I always like my paranormal romance, and this is true paranormal romance with a heavy Fae twist to it. So it's Kiss of Fate by S. Young. This is Samantha Young's paranormal pen name, and the love interest used to be the High King of Ireland. Now he's Fae, he's grumpy, he's kind of hot, and he's 100% out for revenge. The heroine is on this soul-searching journey through Europe when she finds out that she has powers and that a vampire attack might unlock them, as one does. This is a standalone, but it's more like an interconnected standalone in a series. So it is book 2 in the series if you do want to be technical and read in order, but you can totally read it out of order and just read this one as a standalone. It's great if you're a fan of fated mates, some ancient magic, and a little bit of emotional damage. The fourth book is an urban fantasy, because sometimes you need a little bit less romance. So this one still does have plenty of romance in it, but this one is great if you want Fae with a haunted house. So you definitely need to check out The House at Watch Hill by Karen Marie Moning. The setup for this one is a girl inherits a creepy old house that's really a mansion in a small town with all the Karen Marie Moning vibes. The house is super gothic, there's weird stuff happening, there's a hot Scottish groundskeeper who definitely knows more than he's letting on, there's Fae lore baked into the whole vibe of the series. This is obviously the first book. I think of what it's going to be a trilogy, which I am so excited to get more in this series and see where it takes us. But if you want something a little eerie, atmospheric with Fae magic, this is a great pick. And for a BookTok favorite, favorite, the last one that I have here today, if you like morally gray heroes, is The Kiss of Iron by Claire Sager. We actually had picked this one as our January book of the month for our League of Lusty Ladies book club, so I'm going to leave actually linked our discussion on this book, so if you want to check it out, you can see that as well. This one is full of court intrigue. Our heroine, Kat, is a broke noble woman, and she becomes a spy and gets assigned to watch this powerful Fey Lord, who's definitely not dangerous, of course, and he can probably ruin her life or maybe steal her heart. It's an enemies to lovers, it's got shadow magic, secret agendas, and that classic vibe of not being able to trust him, but everything he's saying is completely opposite from what the people that are guiding her or her bosses are telling her. It's perfect, I think, for fans of From Blood and Ash, and if you love Fey politics and court intrigue with slow burn angst, this is a great choice. Now, if you're curious about Fey romance, but you're feeling a bit overwhelmed with all of the courts and creatures and all of the things, I got you. I have a Fey Romance 101 guide where I break it all down, all the different types of courts, the different types of Fey, what you can expect from Fey books, and all of the things. So I have that on the blog that I'm going to leave it linked down below. And I also prepared a Fey Romance starter quiz, which is going to find you the perfect place to start, like what kind of Fey book is right for you. Is it better to go for a dark Fey, more of a cozy light Fey? So find your perfect book to start if you haven't picked up a Fey romance or you haven't read a lot of Fey romance. That will be a great place to give you a guide. Let me know in the comments which one of these have you read, or if you're reading any of these for Fairy Legends. Also, let me know what's on your TBR if you've already decided, so that way we can have more recommendations for everyone to check out. And tune back in tomorrow for recommendations for the next prompt. Again, I will see you guys on June 23rd through June 29th for the readathon. I am so excited about it. This is our second yearly readathon. If you missed our recap for our winter readathon, I will also leave that link down below so you can check out what I read for that. And in the announcement video for our spring readathon, I did include some more recommendations as well that are books that I have on my TBR. So if you need some more choices, go ahead and check out that video so you can see if any of those hit the spot. In the meantime, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of our videos. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!